Hello there, welcome to yet another episode on A Minute with Charms. Today's topic is the top 3 reasons why people decide to settle down with their spouses. On why did I get married? Why love may be the biggest reason people marry, it is not the only one in general. People make the commitment to spend their lives together for more than a single reason. Find out why some of my friends decided to settle with their partner.
Good morning, Evangelist Steve. Please, can you tell us the 3 reasons that make you to get married to your wife?
3 reasons only is even too small. But however, I got married to my wife because I saw in her a mother, I saw in her a good partner, and I saw in her my future life. These are the 3 reasons, and it has been okay for me. It has been good.
Thank you very much. God bless you, Evangelist Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love you.
Love you too. So, here we are. I'm with my wife too. And you just hear from me the 3 reasons why I married her. And I also want to know from her, why did she decide to marry me? Give me 3 reasons.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for asking us the 3 reasons that we get married to one another. Number 1, I want to tell you, without God, there is no marriage. And I think God should be the first reason you should get married to your husband, which in our case, God was the first reason. We met in the church and God confirmed our marriage in the church. And that is the number 1 that pulled me to my husband. Second, my husband is a father. You can see it, a very lovely evangelist. And those are parts of the reasons where I get married to my husband. And you know he's also a money man. You can see it.
That's right.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Why I chose to settle down with my spouse, easy peasy. I married my friend. My wife is my best friend. She's the person I can go to talk about anything with, and I'm free and expressive as much as I want to, and without judgment. So we are friends, first of all. Second of all is her sincerity. She's a very downright sincere person. Her sincerity is unsettling for people. That's to show you how sincere she can be. So she knows how to call BS on me when I'm not acting right, and I can trust that sense of sincerity whenever I need it to set me straight and put my trajectory back in order. So I trust her sincerity, fact that we're friends, and her loyalty. She's a very strong support system for me. Everything that I have been able to do or achieve as a person individually and as a father, as a husband, her loyalty has been second to none. So for me, her sincerity, the fact that we are friends, and then her loyalty are the things that set her aside. And those are things that I was able to pick out from very earlier on in the relationship. I could sense those things quickly because they were everywhere for everybody to see. And it didn't take me long to get to the realization that she's the one.
Hi. So why did I get married? Top 3 reasons why I married my partner. Number 1 on my list will be that he's a God-fearing person. He's a very honest person, and he didn't cheat. He also had clarity of purpose, which I really liked about him. He knew what he wanted at every point in time, and he wasn't scared to go for it. So that was really great. I really like that about him. Number 2, he was heavily invested in me. Back in the day, when he got his first job, he was earning 40,000 naira. When he gets his paycheck, he will give his mom some part of the money, and then he will take out his transport and feeding allowance, and then he will give the rest to me and tell me to hold on to it as our upkeep for the month. And No, he wasn't scared to do that. I mean, I found it very funny, but yeah, he did it not once, every single month for the rest of the years that we dated. He would give me the remainder of his salary and tell me to hold on to it, that he trusts that I will use it judiciously. Yeah, of course, you know how that goes now. I would end up spending the money on him because I always made sure that his dry cleaning was done, his shoes were on point, he had shoe polish, he smelled good, and he had deodorants for the month. Yeah, of course, I had my own gig. The money I would spend on him would be more than what he gives to me, but the thought was what counted. The fact that he actually trusted I could. He trusted me with his finances. That was really very important to me, and that was a deal breaker. That was it for me. And up until today, we just continue the same practice. We don't have separate bank accounts. We save in my bank account. He is not scared to save in my bank account. So that was it was the it for me. And number 3, we liked the same things. I found out that he liked football, I liked football. We could talk about international football and the local leagues. We could talk about transfer market. We could talk about players moving from one club to the other. When I was an Arsenal fan, he was a Chelsea fan. When Arsenal is playing, we're at the viewing center, supporting each other. When Chelsea is playing, we're doing the same. And when we're playing against each other, we're bringing the whole house down. And you know how that goes with Chelsea and Arsenal fans, right? And then when the teams are playing against other teams, we're supporting. If it's Arsenal, we're supporting Arsenal. If it's Chelsea, we're supporting Chelsea. You can't come and say anything in front of us. We'll bring the whole house down. So that I really liked about him. And then I used to bake as well. I found out that, today we were picking out cake themes. He's helping me pick out cake themes and telling me, looking through my pictures for the week to see if I had things I could improve on. He was giving me his opinion on different things. He was also an investment banker. All I wanted to do was go on Bloomberg, FactSet, and CNBC. I would watch his interviews to see if there were places he could improve and do better. And we just had similar things, and it was just smooth. So yeah, those are the 3 top reasons why I married my partner.
Hi everybody. Okay, top 3 reasons why I married my husband are as follows. Number 1, he gives me so much peace. When you're getting married to someone, you need to find someone that makes your soul and your spirit at peace. Once you're at peace, you're always happy all the time. Second reason is because he's a very God-fearing person. He puts God first in everything he does. And lastly, which is a bit of my favorite, because I think he loves me more than I love myself, and he's always looking out for me, always concerned, always showing care, always showing love, always making sure that I'm always happy. So he has so many other qualities though, so many other things that make him an amazing person, but these 3 are my favorite.
3 reasons why I married why I married my spouse in the order of importance. The first reason was she wasn't greedy. And how did I arrive at that? As soon as we started dating, on one of our first dates, she wanted something and I gave her my purse, loaded of course with cash, and I said, go buy what you wanted. And she stepped out of the car, bought biscuits, and returned the whole purse intact. We didn't get into, since there's money here, let's buy this, buy that, buy this. So we ended up with that one. So I said, first, I've got the greedy part sorted out. I'm dealing with a lady here. And then, of course, we became friends. I've always appreciated the fact that I must marry my friend. When you marry your friend, it's a lot easier because you can talk about a lot of things. And so we are friends, we can talk about anything whatsoever. there's nothing we don't discuss. We play about everything, and so it makes marriage easier. I actually think friendship is a lot more important than being in love. And of course, the third reason why I married her particularly was that she has this uncanny maybe thing about any time that I am feeling bad, she shows up and she sorts out, she makes me feel peaceful and resolves the issue. And when it happened first, second, and third time, I said, no, this lady brings good luck for me, so I'm going to marry her.
Hi. Okay, this is about the 3 top reasons why I got married to my spouse. Okay, the first is that at the time, I wanted a guy who had the fear of God. I wanted someone who believed the same things with me about God, someone whom we have the same beliefs about the things of God. Yes, that's one. I didn't want conflict and all in the home. So I wanted someone who would have the same belief about God. Now, the second reason would be that I wanted someone who was ready to love me beyond my faults and all. Yes, it's a two-way thing. Okay, I should be willing to love, and then I wanted someone who was going to love me back. Not minding my imperfections, not minding my faults and all. That's number 2. And number 3, I wanted a guy who had prospects. I wanted a guy who knew where he was going to, a guy who was focused. Yes, he may not have all the figures at the time, but he knows how to get where he's going to. He has a focus, he has a target. And the worst thing that can happen to someone is if you're shooting blank, and then I got married to the guy who had focus. He knew what he wanted to do, and then he was going there. So yes, it's been 8 years and I had no regrets. I've had no regrets whatsoever.